Today let's talk chapter 14 in Proverbs and how that relates to cheerleading. Don't do the work, you won't see the results. But when you do the work, the results are gonna be tenfold. This happens all the time in the physical therapy clinic and in the strength and conditioning world, whether it be for cheerleading or not. I note it especially with youth athletes who think they're doing a great job and they just kind of power through, but they're not really putting it's not that they're not putting effort in, it's that they're not thinking about what their form looks like and if they're doing it correctly and what does it feel like? Is it good or bad? But when we only put that half effort in, we only get half results. So do the full work. It will take time, be patient with it, and you'll see the reward at the end. This goes right along with verse 14. The scoundrel suffers the consequence of his ways. The good reap the fruit of their efforts. So if you put the work in, you get the reward. When you don't get the reward. Putting the work into your cheer routines, if you're showing up every day, you are focused on what you're supposed to feel like and where are you supposed to be in your routine? How are you supposed to be when you're up in a stunt? Can you feel your quad tighten if you're a flyer? And can you feel your glutes? And can you feel where your body is in space? If you're a back, are you knowing that you're up and under and you're squeezing as tight as you can to help lift? And if you're a base, are you coming under? Are you keeping your core stable and getting under, keeping your eye on your flyer so that you're there in the moment at all times? When you do that, your stunts will hit solid, right? And then in verse 23, it talks about in all labor, there will be fruit. But if you just merely talk about it and you actually don't do the work, then that fruit is not going to be all that plentiful and it might be a little sour. So you need to put the work in, you need to show up, you need to train your body so that it can do what you want it to do. And like those clients of mine, if they don't put that work in, if they don't slow things down and start to really put the work into doing an exercise controlled and slowly, they'll improve over time, but that fruit won't be as sweet as if they did it, super solid and really learned where they were going. I myself have been struggling with this week. I wasn't feeling good last week and I kind of have slacked off on doing my workouts. Now, I have a good solid base. I am pretty consistent, but the last week and a half, I haven't done much and that's starting to show. So, if I don't start to get back into it and I don't push myself to work harder, to get my heart rate up, to do my strength work, I'm going to fall backwards and I won't be as strong as I was, and it's going to be harder for me to come back from. What Proverbs 14 tells us is if we don't do the work, we won't get the rewards. You can want all you want to win a championship, to make a team, to get better and have a better skill. But if you're not actually taking it step by step, day after day, putting the work in, learning how to move and putting the full effort in, then that reward, it may get there over time, but it's going to take that much more work. And you'll struggle more along the way. And really, if you just kind of half do it, your reward isn't as sweet. When you go and you show up and you put all your work in and you put your effort in at practice all semester long, and then you go out to do it on you go out for your first run through and you nail it and you hit 0, like how sweet is that? Do the work and reap that reward. That's what Proverbs 14 and cheerleading have in common. If you like this, please share it and subscribe so that you don't miss another one. I've been doing these since verse 6, and I'm going to continue through the end of the month. And I probably will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the end of this as well. So please share, and if this means something to you, I appreciate it, and I'd love to hear your feedback. And what do you struggle with that you need to put the work into, but maybe you're not quite there yet, and you have to kind of nudge yourself to get back into it? Tell me below.